Hello everyone. Sorry I haven't been keeping up with my blogs. It's hard to follow through with things. Anyway, but I have my first SFI class today. Yay. And I have my introduction to SFE guidebook. I particularly like this page because it's got smiley faces with little idea bubbles. But it's this packet, and we had I took notes for my first day. We have quite an interesting mix of people in the group. We have Chinese, Italian, Russian, South Korean, Romanian, Indian, Ukrainian, Spanish, Thai, and someplace I had never heard of called Eritrea. So, Eritrean, I guess. It's in Africa. Learned something new. So yeah, it was kind of embarrassing. It was a lot of us making, those are my notes. A lot of people making noises because we were doing the vowel sounds. So here's the pages with the vowel sounds and the mouths that you're supposed to make when you do them. See, because some of them you purse your lips and some of them you smile for, such as E. That's this one. E. See, it looks like the picture. But then if you say, I'd rather pick one I'm better at, but we'll go ahead and go with the Y, which is E. You're supposed to say, basically she said to say E, and then she tried to make the same sound while doing this. E. So, yeah. So we had little mirrors, and we were looking into our eyes, into our faces, and looking at how weird our mouths were when we did these strange vowel sounds. But it was good. We did a lot of partnering up, and I hate group activities, but I know that you kind of have to with language classes. So luckily she said we are going to be doing book reports type things, so yay, book reports. I haven't done a book report in too long. I'm so weird that sounds good. People in SFI, because there's not a set end date for the class, it's just, well, there kind of is, but people kind of go at their own pacing. So each person has to come up with kind of a study plan where we talk about where we're at, what we intend to use Swedish for, and how far we intend to, basically what our intentions are towards the language. Do we want to be able to get by with how to go shopping at a grocery store? Do we want to write novels in Swedish? You know, anywhere from those two ends. So we'll be talking with this instructor about that and figuring out the best course of action for each of us. So I'm going to set my goal of doing well enough to pass the proficiency test for second year language at university level, because I need that for my to actually wrap up my bachelor's degree, even though I've got the units and stuff. I've got enough points for getting my bachelor's. I just haven't actually gone that last little bit because I still have to get my language proficiency. So I'm going to put that as it, and if I want to keep going with it, I can, but I think that's a nice goal. And that'll be good enough so that I won't be making an ass out of myself when I'm in public here. So it's 8:30 in the morning. So it's really early in the morning for me. And so I was kind of a little bleary-eyed, but I made it there in time. I it's not very far. It's walking distance, but it would be kind of long walking distance. I thought about taking the bike, but it's pretty darn cold at 8 o'clock in the morning. So what I did was I took the subway today. That is not the most efficient way to get there. If the sun is shining and it's as warm as it was this morning, I might try and do the bike over there, because I think that'll be a lot better of a route. And then maybe on Wednesday I'll try the bus, and we'll just kind of see which way ends up working. It's not direct on any one line, but it's also not very far either, so I actually don't know how far away it is. But anyway, the elections are over. The Social Democrats won. Disappointingly, a party with neo-Nazi roots took 13% of the vote. I believe that that has a large part with their stance on immigration, more than, wanting only white people to win stuff. When I say neo-Nazi roots, they're not all running around as skinheads, but considering the origins of the party, it makes all the other Swedes very nervous that they have that leaning, that origin, as well it should. There are different groups. I'll go ahead and I can just post this picture. I'm just going to go ahead and post this picture on how well each party did. So the Social Democrats won, followed by the Moderate Party, and then after that the Sweden Democrats, which are the ones that I was just talking about. So those were even though they have many parties, it generally tends to be kind of a binary system, because as Eric was pointing out to me when we were talking about this, people tend to polarize. And it makes sense, because these are very complicated issues, and I can see where it would feel like you were against people that were of the opposite, that sort of thing. I understand the political polarization. I wish it wasn't that way. I wish each one had 15% or 10%, and it was real neck and neck for all the different categories. We have so many different types of people. It's strange that all of our opinions are so divided into two. It doesn't make any logical sense. It does in the fact that human beings, when given too many options, will go for the one that they know the best. It's like if you arrive in a new city, you're more likely to go to a restaurant of a chain that you recognize, even if it's not a chain that you particularly like. That sort of thing. So, the known element, I think, plays into that too. Whichever one gets the most publicity is the one that you know the most about, etc., etc. Anyway, so political stuff. Glad the signs are down, because I was starting to feel like I wanted to draw mustaches on those people's faces. Like, I think that children should be educated. Well, no crap. Like, you're going to have one that says, I think our children should be idiots and we should raise them incorrectly on purpose as a joke. We went over to Eric's parents yesterday to celebrate his birthday with his family, because his brother Jonas was out of town, and they just got back yesterday so that we could all celebrate. We had another yummy cake made this time by his brother Magnus. Very delicious. And Gabriel can count to 10. That's Eric's nephew. And I was just like amazed, because he can do it in 2 languages now, and he's gonna be able to do 3, and I'm just like, kid's already smarter than me. He's like 2. So, oh well, what you gonna do? But it was nice. What I did was I went ahead and spent the night here by myself. He went up the night before, and I got the bed all to myself. It was the first time I've had the place to myself for that long. It was great. Very decadent. And then I joined him the next morning, so I rode out to his parents, and that was cool. I did okay with that, and I didn't have a book, though. I got one from the library. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I haven't started reading it yet. If I do bike tomorrow, I won't need one for the ride to and from school. But how weird is that to say against school? My back hurts a bit from sitting in a desk chair again. You know, like a scribbly type. It was kind of hunched. I had to hunch a bit because it was kind of low, and I don't know why it would be. Swedes are so freaking tall. They should be like standing desks. So that's it. Just got the classes, something to do, keep me occupied during the day so I don't lose my damn mind. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put up that picture of the election results so that you guys can see what the different parties are named. It's not going to give you very much information about who they are. I also took a video during class, not so much a video as I wanted to just get the sound of all of us making our like monkey noises, that thing, and I don't know how well it turned out. I'm going to have to listen to it and see if it turned out. And if it does, then I'll have this wonderful video for you guys of my entire class making noises. So, yeah. Monkey Girl signing out. Hado.